Hello, welcome at forextrading.com. Today we have January 17th, 2012, and it's Tuesday. Right now we are looking at Forex calendar. And even though we are talking about Forex review, that means we gonna see the last trades or possible situation that could be finished with entering the market, live market. Right now it is hard not to mention the zoo economic sentiment, German sentiment that is much better than expected, than predicted. So we might see that in our euro-dollar currencies that there might be some change today or in next few days because of that. The difference between Forex trade example and Forex trade review is that in review I'm showing all the possibilities that happened recently, last week, last couple of weeks at the live market that could be finished with live trades. And trade example is when I'm showing only one or two couple of trade examples at live market. So we're gonna see some more situations right now. Some time ago, I was talking about the flag, beautiful situation that occurred at 4-hour euro-dollar chart that we are looking at right now. So we're going to mention a few things at 4-hour chart. Some of them will be leading us to 30-minute chart. Right now I'm just mentioning what I was telling you before. If you were watching video analysis, that this situation was very interesting and we could take some profit from this market. Not exactly a 4-hour chart profit, because 4-hour chart is about 200, 300 pips profit, and I'm talking about 100 or 150 points that we could see at 30-minute chart. So we are looking at the 4-hour chart that is really showing us that after supply entering the market, there is no big demand. There is a lot of green and red candles, but the price isn't really moving comparing to the sellers at the market. So the buyers aren't really that strong, and then other sellers are coming at the market, and the market is falling down. It's a free fall, sudden and quick. So we can take a few pips, I mean like 50, 100 pips from the market and finish that trade, even though it could be a little bit longer or could be followed by another sellers like it happened at the live market. Another thing we could mention, there are a few options like this before, very interesting, but not that much interesting as first one, because we want to enter the market as smart money or informed money, and these kind of trades like here, some of them are pretty much short. I mean, you take like 20, 50, 100 pips from the market. That's not that big, but more longer you wait for entering the market, more possible movement of dump money can occur at the market, and you don't want to be dump money, of course. But some of the movement after the flags are very interesting, breaking out support resistance and accelerating. We have this follow through market coming down here below support resistance line standing here for a few moments, a 4-hour chart, which is a great moment. At 30-minute chart, we will see it as a big pattern, and right here at 4-hour chart, we see it as a small standby moment after another sellers coming in at the market. We see here that there are no buyers below that support resistance. So what we can expect when we see something like this? See, market fall down and no buyers at the market and other sellers coming in. So what's going to happen? Yes, something like this, 50, 100 pips. This is a 4-hour chart we are talking about, but you could see it 30-minute chart. Interesting action occurred. Another situation like this at 4-hour chart, but really we couldn't take the profit from 4-hour chart like 100, 200, 300 pips. We take less from 30-minute chart, which would be 50, 100 points maximum at this point. We have some follow through from those actions, but it is not really too much interesting to talk about at these points, these levels. Another thing we can discuss, 4-hour chart, pound dollar something interesting. Of course, if you are a 4-hour chart or daily player, you will not be very much interested in trading in those consolidations. I mean, the support resistance is too much close to take like 500 or 1000 pips. Even though you are trying to catch 200, 300 pips, it's hard because the market, when you enter the market somewhere from here, the 200 pips movement is max what you can take from the market. And you will have to be you will have to search for those trades that can give you 200, 300 pips, but the last part of the trade, like you are entering, for example, 3 parts or 3 contracts, from 2 you're gonna take profit fast, and the third one will be keep it, let it run. So you're gonna search for those trades, and consolidation really isn't that much big to trade, even though you see here we have some moments when there is interesting thing is happening at the market. First thing, the buyers didn't really took over from this point. They stepped away from the market for a few moments. Some sellers came in, not too much buyers, and another sellout occurred. So we had an interesting sellout with breaking support resistance. So if we are talking about this market, you could also see this pattern like this. So we see a triangle which showed us that we are still in consolidation. Market is really narrowing down to some level prices that are comfortable, and new sellers occurred. New sellers are at the market and breaking out a support line with more sellers. So you could take from this action like 1,500 points. And this is a classic trade at 30-minute chart as well, even though it is visible at 4-hour chart. So we do something tricky here. We look at the 4-hour chart and we come by at 30-minute chart and look for those situation at 30-minute chart that seem to be very big, because you notice them from a 4-hour chart, but they are tradable from 30-minute chart mainly. So you can trade them from 4-hour chart and take the profit like you were trading at 30-minute chart, or you can go directly to 30-minute chart and see for yourself that the profit will be more likely like 30-minute chart, not from 4-hour chart, which would be 200, 300 and more points. Another very interesting moment we have somewhere around here. The market fell down. Look at the way the market is breaking down from this support consolidation. We have 1 second try, and the third is classic. It is successful. The third or fourth one, that's what I'm talking about at live trading courses and video courses. That third or fourth support attack might be very successful. That's what happened here. The third one, we see we are not sure yet if the market is going to stay here or is going to coming back to the support resistance consolidation zone. But we see there are not too many buyers, and the market is really coming back with sellers when the buyers are stopped out by the support resistance line. So the sellers came in at the market, and we could follow this lead at 30-minute chart as well and take another 50, 70 points when it was safe to come into the market and take this profit. We see it right here. You see this trade from buyers is seen as a beautiful shadow at 4-hour chart, but it isn't really that much important, but it seemed to be like a test of the support resistance at 4-hour chart. So this is telling us much. And the market came back with sellers, which isn't really first thing to trade, like this kind of behavior, but market consolidate, micro consolidation, that's what we see here with this triangle, and market is breaking down support right here, coming back with few pips, no buyers at the market, sellers again, and we could take this trade. It would be a very aggressive trade with 50 points profit, and the market really didn't follow through. So sometimes I'm really showing an aggressive movement that was happening at the market, and these live trades not always are so safe. I'm showing mostly safe trades at Forex course when we have time for this, when it is the right place and right time to show you what are the repeated patterns like this or like flags or other patterns, how to use them to profit from the market, like 50, 100 and 200 more pips. It depends on the chart if we are trading M30, D1 or a 4-hour chart. See? Another thing which is worth to mention that we see here some demand. You see the buyers stayed in the market. No sellers came in at support resistance and more buyers came in. Testing the line, you see this shadow right here. It is a test line at S&P 500 daily chart. That's what we see here. So we could enter the market right here or somewhere around yesterday. So it might be a beautiful story to come into the market and to hold on to this position, to this place when next support resistance will be met, and we'll see how the market will go. Like the market's going to go up or if it's going to fall down, because it's not something stable. I mean, I'm not sure if this trend's going to follow through with the support resistance with more buyers in the market, or it's going to fall down and break another support resistance underneath. Similar action we might see at gold futures. With gold, we see a daily chart. We have double bottom here and some demand, and we have a zigzag pattern which is see mostly at 4-hour chart. See, so for sometimes we're gonna see more buyers in the market, and it might be interesting to enter the small position and to keep it at the market for 1,000 points, for example. Depending on the size of the contracts you trade, it might be $1,000 movement or it might be $10,000 movement. It depends how many contracts you will buy with that position, but it's really different. I'm showing it what's the difference between day trading and this kind of position at 4-hour and daily chart, which is much less involved in the market and a little bit more risky, and you keep it much longer and you see what will happen in this demand supply zone when the market will get here first. Another thing I wanted to show you, it's one of the winning patterns that was seen recently at one of exotic trades, exotic currency. You probably do not trade this currency, but if you see this kind of behavior, which I'm talking more at Forex courses, it might be very interesting and might be repeating at all of the instruments when the market's really slowing down with demand, faking out with the breakout, and coming back with sellers and making a big zigzag, breaking out support resistance number 1 when we can enter the market, and number 2 is something as confirmation level, and the market can really accelerate from this and the points before, accelerating fast in the downtrend, making a quick profit. That's what I'm really showing at Forex courses, how to make quick profit from short positions and how to extend long positions to be not too much exposed at the market and to make it safe. I mean, make a small or medium position and to keep it for a while, like few hours or few days, a couple of weeks, hold it whenever we need to make the profit. You see, even from this kind of behavior, even though there were no firm buyers at the market, that's what really technical analysis like the price action showed us. But before we weren't really sure, but entering the market here, we could take some profit from the market. See, like 660 points, something like this or less. So there are many interesting moments, even though the trend isn't really that obvious or that much strong. There are many strategies that we might discuss in the future. So thank you very much for listening. I hope it was much fun. I wish you a great week or month with your trades. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you to see more interesting video analysis at forexcstrading.com. Goodbye.